You're there on the dance floor, waiting, making me. I can't get the words to that song. Don't know if how many of you guys are going to know what song I'm talking about. I assume it's titled either Lady or Oh Lady. It's a song from the 70s. Let me take a look at you now. Todd'll know. Who sings that? You're there on the dance floor making me want you now. Oh, lady. Who sings it? Who sings it? Somebody help me. And I know it's not a good rendition. I know it's not a good rendition. But somebody tell me who sings that song. It's not Styx. It's not Styx. That's usually a good guess, but I knew Styx pretty well. It is not Styx. Todd, are you there? Todd, are you there? My friend from most of my life hopped on briefly, and he's the biggest music guy I've ever met. He's got rooms full of albums. At least he used to when he lived in the suburbs of Chicago. No, you're thinking Lady. Styx sung a song called Lady. But that was, Lady, when I'm with you, I'm dying. That was Dennis DeYoung imitation. But there's like another song. Oh, lady. Little River Band. Yeah, Little River Band. Thank you, Todd. I knew there was a reason I befriended this kid with a Never Mind the Bullocks t-shirt in 7th grade. No, Little River Band. Little River Band. I know I was mixing up the words, but I was doing my best. And here in Yellowstone, where I work at the dining room, they're kind of constantly playing 70s music. And so many songs, Todd's not going to like the sound of this. Gordon Lightfoot, Paul McCartney and the Wings, and some John Denver, and just kind of, the sappy 70s music that I grew up on. No, they don't play Jethro Tull. And Todd does not win anything. That was too easy of a question for him. I wonder if he's got any Little River Band on album. I bet he does. I bet he does. Not that he listens to it, but actually he probably loves some early copy of a 67 Little River Band. Good morning. It's Roger. Happy Friday. Nope, too soft. What? Not even one album, Todd? Not even one album? Reminiscent. But anyway, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's Friday morning. It is, I don't know, it could be July 12th. It could be July 12th. Excuse me. I was just noticing my facial hair glistening in the early morning sunrise. But anyway, this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. I think it's July 12th. Happy Friday. This is a show that I have been doing. Once a week, we do Bake That Time, and we win a Coffee with Ken mug. Well, I used to provide the Coffee with Ken mugs. Oh, yes, I used to. Now I have viewers sending me Coffee with Ken mugs. I tell you, it's a heck of a lot cheaper when they send them to you than you send them to them. And once again, I want to say thank you to Will Bill Chill if he's watching, but I don't think he is yet. But anyway, it's Friday morning. It is July 12th. It's 5:44 a.m. Happy Friday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a... Yeah, it would look, the coffee mug would look good with a Stetson or my head. I don't know if I can wear a Stetson. I think I can. Oh, my beard, you're saying. Yes, it would look good with a Stetson. Good morning, Will Bill Chill. Good morning, Will Bill Chill. See, Will Bill Chill faced with no fear The issue, because I had people literally from like spots in the world asking me to send them my mug. But Will Bill Chill did not back down from the challenge I faced when wanting to send out mugs to people that were watching. Because I used to give out mugs to local people. I bought a bunch of Coffee with Ken mugs about 2.5 years ago when I was kicking off my show. And I realized the mugs cost about $8 each to make or to whatever to buy. And to ship them would cost like $15. And Will Bill Chill spared no expense in getting me this nice coffee tumbler, shipping it from the great state of Texas to the north state of Wyoming for $18.95 in shipping alone. I want to say thank you, Will Bill Chill. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. I've used water or drank water out of it. Last night I did a show over on TikTok where I drank a Coke while using this. It insulates well. It's very cold to the touch, but let me tell you, it is not cold, the contents inside. Sometimes, though, I get the tap turned around the wrong way. And I like the logo sticking out. I like to brand as much as I can. So I got to twist it like this. He is. Will Bill Chill is the viewer of the month. He is the viewer of the month. Every day is Will Bill Chill Day. Every day is Will Bill Chill Day. Will Bill, I'm seriously so excited. Thank you again. But anyway, it's a show I've been doing for quite some time, just over I'd say 61 months now. Yes, that's 5 years and 1 month. We like to tick off month at a time. Whether we're talking sobriety or the length of Coffee with Ken or the amount of training we do or the good habits we're ingraining, we like to go month at a time. I don't know if that's true, but it's just what came out of me at this early hour. But for those who have been watching a while, you know I've not only been doing it a long time, you know it's also a show not just about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And is it really, Chipot? 157 days today with no alcohol? Way to go. Way to go. Good for you. We can be a little support group. Nice job, Chipot. Nice job. But anyway, with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am so excited to take my first sip. I really am. I'm going real early this morning. I woke up at 4:55. I woke up with a heavy heart, but we might talk about that later. Let's not get distracted at this point. I'm excited to take my first sip, and my hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I mean, you guys know it's still cafeteria coffee, but it's hot and it's in my fancy mug, so I'm loving it. 3 days, no alcohol, 27 days for you. Are you serious, RJ? Good job. And good job, Southern. 3 days are the hardest 3 days. Then the rest just kind of blurs together. Some sober wasteland that is life without the highs and the lows and the hangovers and the filling the time without alcohol. Is it sour or better? How bad is it? I wouldn't say it's bad. I would just say, we're talking about my coffee. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's not an event. There's not much there. It's just like water with little brown coffee flavoring. It's just not that much there. It's not that it's bitter or sour that I can't drink it, but I barely even notice drinking it. It's like I used to drink beer a lot, and as you guys know, I used to drink Heineken. It was my favorite beer. I was a Heinekenaholic. Occasionally, there were times when I would come across a light beer. Like when I was golfing, sometimes I'd enjoy drinking a Coors Light or what have you. And there just wasn't much there. It was like you're drinking cold liquid, uh, but no substance. And that's kind of the same with this coffee. There's just nothing there. I mean, it's hot. If you really are paying attention, you notice a hint of coffee flavor, but just a hint. It'd be a good coffee for beginners. But let me tell you, when you get your name on such a fancy coffee tumbler, all right, well, Todd not only is good for knowing some music trivia. It's funny because it doesn't seem like Heineken should have been around back then. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Hint of coffee water. Is Starbucks in your near future? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Should we talk about why I woke up with a hint of sadness this morning? But it was just a hint. And sometimes I think God gives us our emotions to send us in directions that we're supposed to go. And I think that's what my hint of sadness. And while I lay in my room, that's not where I was going to go, but lay in my sadness and festered in it for a while, I only let it get me so much. And started turning the sadness around to enthusiasm and energy and motivation to get up and get out of bed and get started and get my coffee poured and go live and get my day started. I got a big day today. I'm not going to go into any details, but I got a big day today. I'm going to ride up to Bozeman, Montana, which is a trip of about 100 miles. But on my scooter, it's at least 3 hours. And some of them are fairly harrowing hours of high Montana speeds and cars coming up in my rear view mirrors very menacingly. And but I got a big day today, and I'm not exactly sure what's going to unfold, but I have a lot of things I want to get done up there. A lot of adventuring I want to do. They do have Starbucks in Bozeman, Montana, and I certainly will stop by a Starbucks, if not two, while I'm there, because I did notice two the last time I was up. I have 2 days off of work here in Mammoth Hot Springs. The dining room will have to deal without me for 2 days. Chipbot wants to know top speed, safe on the scooter. For me, 60 miles an hour. I've gone 70, but, you know, if you're not as wimpy as I, you can go much faster. I think it would go 85 miles an hour. I'm getting good. I'm like the Karate Kid. Do you guys remember the Karate Kid when he was catching the flies with the chopsticks? Oh, yeah. That's like me. They're flying in my face. They're messing with death. These are fists of death when it comes to flies. Go to that ice cream parlor. Great cone. Can celebrate after. I don't know which ice cream parlor it is that you mean, Roger. I'm sure there's many ice cream parlors in Bozeman. It's a town of 56,000, which by Montana standards is a really big town. It's a big city. And I was talking to a guy yesterday in Gardner who, I don't know if he's a buddy, but he's a guy I know. He's a waiter there at my favorite coffee shop in Gardner that I've been going down to for about the 2 months, almost daily, for about the 2 months that I've been living here. And he and I have talked about RVs. He's a waiter, and about waiting tables, and about Yellowstone, and about Montana. And yesterday I told him how much I enjoyed Bozeman. And he goes, oh, it's a little too big of a city for me. And again, it's a town of 56,000. And I get that we're all different, but I mean, no, he's a small town boy. What's my favorite cone flavor? The waffle cone. right? The waffle cone. The waffle cone's just a huge sugar cone, right? Oh yeah, the waffle cone. I don't know. I think it's almost the perfect cone. Not only would I eat it without ice cream, probably, because it's sweet and waffly flavored. I don't know, but its consistency's kind of interesting. Plus, the cone shape is kind of fun. I kind of made this nasty face just now because I thought of the option, that styrofoam. You know what I'm talking about? The little styrofoam ice cream cone. Uh, ooh, ooh. What are those called? What are those called? You know what I mean. They must have a name. Ugh. I mean, they're not that bad. But right now, compared to my delicious large-sized waffle cone, I'm picturing the styrofoam. Oh, my goodness. I think people in Yellowstone make nasty noises. I just heard a guy coughing up some gross thing over there. Ugh. Made me kind of yucky. Yesterday, I was waiting on a table that really seemed to have a blowing their nose fetish. And they were just blowing their nose, the whole group of them. They almost could have been a brass band, if you will. And I was going, come on, guys, we're in a restaurant. Please, somebody stop blowing your nose. Roger likes cookies and cream. What ice cream's my favorite? I mean, they're all so good. If I had to pick an ice cream right now, and again, it's Ben & Jerry's, and I don't want to get political on you guys, I don't want sugar cones. No. Waffle cones are not like styrofoam, Mortgage Zeus. No. I think you're confused. Waffle cones are like huge sugar cones. They're like huge sugar cones. The styrofoam one is something different. And it's got a different name. Lisa Olson's hopped on. I bet you she knows a thing or two about cones. I don't know why, but she's feminine touch in this otherwise very macho group of men that are watching this morning. What is the Todd, are you still there? What's the name of the cone? It's not a sugar cone, and it's not a waffle cone, and it's kind of like styrofoam. It's not even a cone. Connolly, 1968 joined. Well, we're not getting answers, but we did get Little Riverbend. Oh, Sarcasta, you don't have to change your name. You do you. You do you. Roger calls it a trash cone. I didn't notice you were on, Sarcasta, but I appreciate your lack of macho-ness. We have to balance out my major machismo, my super machismo. Wonder how long I can talk about cones. Is it called a cake cone? It could be called a cake cone, but that doesn't ring a bell. But anyway, let's have a little more coffee. It's 55 degrees out here, and I'm in a t-shirt and jeans. The elk herds are wild lately, the last few days. We have security that works here. I don't know. There was an issue in another area, Yellowstone, a week ago where somebody lost his life. But generally, I would assume Yellowstone's a fairly low crime area. Although, to be honest, there's a jail. There is a jail right over there. I bet you it's one of those scary jails. Those Silence of the Lamb jails where you go down in a basement and there's scary dudes that haven't seen the light of day in 150 years. McDee's cone. No, well, I mean, I don't think that's officially the name. I think these cones existed before McDonald's. But I think it is the type of cone McDonald's uses. But I still think it's got a name. And it can't have the name styrofoam cone. I like to think my show offers I'm Remy from Switzerland and sending you but the purest greetings. Well, the purest greetings back to you, Switzerland. Remy, I waited on a couple customers from Switzerland the other day. They had a bottle of wine. They said they were very much enjoying Yellowstone. I was a little surprised that somebody from Switzerland with the beautiful Swiss Alps that I've never actually seen in person, but I imagine are very beautiful, would make one not want to travel to Yellowstone. Possibly. Curly Girl is loving the Sam. Oh, Sam Adams shirt. Sam Adams shirt. I was wearing this like a week ago, and somebody goes, "Oh, have you ever been there?" And I said, "Boston?" But they actually meant the Sam Adams Brewery. The Sam Adams Brewery. And no, I hadn't been. And I didn't have the heart to tell them that I don't drink anymore because they were bragging about all the samples they got of the Sam Adams. And I'll bet you that would be a nice place to go because there's so many varieties of Sam Adams. It'd be kind of fun to experience all the different ones. I see a small B-class, I think it's a Ford Transit driving by. It's not actually a B-class. You guys know, a lot of you guys know, I would love to buy an RV of some sort and continue to look at them as they drive by and would like to, I think I could deal with that in a good way, in a healthy way, in a fun way. And I think it might be perfect for my kind of slightly crazy personality and allow me to do a lot of neat things and keep a roof over my head at a reasonable cost. As I talked about last night, keeping a roof over your head these days is kind of getting more and more challenging. Kind of getting more and more challenging. And it could be the group of humans that I've been hanging out with lately. A lot of people that have been drawn to Yellowstone to work and live in communal housing. But B, I think it's the people, I think it's more than that. I think it's more than that. Again, I was a realtor 17 years, and I saw it just in the last year and a half that I was in the business where the average home in Naperville went from 400 to or probably 350 to probably $600,000 in the last 3 years. And when home prices raise from 350 to 600,000, rent prices go up a lot as well. And as a twice divorced dad who rented an awful lot for a realtor, rent prices are very important to me. Good morning, Wanda. And my time is limited here in Mammoth Hot Springs. My contract runs through mid-October. And one thing I have learned about my journey to the West, as I used to call it, but coming out to Yellowstone, is that I'm tougher than I thought. That I'm tougher than I thought. And maybe I knew it, but I think I just proved it to myself. Because it's not easy riding a scooter across country. It's not easy waiting tables at 55, almost 56 years old. It's not easy living in a dorm after you've had a lifetime of niceties or using a communal bathroom. And it's not easy surviving various weather storms that hit you in the mountains in May when you're on said scooter. And sometimes life's not easy. But I continue to get up and have a pretty good attitude every day and maintain a smile despite waking this morning feeling kind of blue about something I've been dealing with the last couple weeks or something I've been facing the last couple weeks. And it is something that has caused me to maybe mobilize or maybe fast forward some of my plans a little bit. And something I've learned in the last, we'll just call it 2 months, if you allow me to round up, is I kind of enjoy waiting tables. Even at my age, I kind of enjoy it. it's kind of like little mini coffee with Ken's every table I go up to if I'm not too busy. And I get to kind of talk and share experiences and say good morning and, or good evening. And I don't know, take care of people and be friendly and do all that. And I've also realized while working here that in today's day and age, you can make a pretty good amount of money waiting tables. And although life's not about money, you need some to provide some of the niceties we've grown accustomed to. And if I'm going to wait tables, and if I'm going to continue to do coffee with Ken, and we know that I'm going to continue to do coffee with Ken. And waiting tables is the perfect, almost outside of my aching body and the stress it causes me occasionally, perfect companion side gig while I grow coffee with Ken. I might as well do it wherever the heck I want. Wherever the heck I want. And at any restaurant I want, in any state I want, or any city I want, or any scene I want, or any location I want. And I've realized that although this leg of the journey's been a great leg of the journey, you can't live in Yellowstone, or at least I can't live in Yellowstone. Certainly there's people that live in Yellowstone, maybe. I mean, there's probably year-round rangers and what have you. But for me, the life in Yellowstone is not a great match. Because as much as I refer to John Denver, who's saying, thank God I'm a country boy, maybe I'm not that much of a, maybe I'm more of a city boy meets the country boy. And I think there's opportunities in this great country that we live in to experience those things and to wait tables and to be compensated at a high level for it and do it with a certain style that I can, and a certain joy and a certain passion and a certain hard work I can. And I'm just going to dedicate this day to seeking out, Will Bill Chill, you're right on the money about that. Will Bill Chill said in a restaurant with no breakfast shifts. Because, breakfast. Hey, by the way, tip your breakfast waiter extra generously next time, because I was talking about it with my buddy Jason down in Gardner, and he said, hey, a new breakfast waiter job opened up next door. And I go, but working breakfast kind of sucks. Working breakfast kind of sucks. Because there's so many permutations on the breakfast menu. You'd think it's just eggs and toast. But no, there's several ways you'd want those eggs. There's several types of toast. There's several types of proteins and fruit and hash browns and different juices. And when you're working a big table, whoa, I was just sitting there. Again, had a 9-top the other day. And I was going around, and I was all hoping they'd all... Yesterday, I had a great breakfast shift because they all ordered the buffet. When they order the buffet, it kind of simplifies everything. It makes everything go much, much easier. But boy, when I was working my way around the 9-top, and they were each telling me exactly how they wanted the toast and how they wanted the eggs, I was wishing I was sitting outside drinking a nice hot cup of coffee with you. But it's good. Breakfast shifts have been good, and they've been good to me. They're kind of challenging when you work the night shift or dinner shift the night before, and you got to wake up early for the breakfast shift. But again, I've done and accomplished things in the last 6 weeks that I wasn't sure I could. And I literally worked 70 hours in the first 7 days I started here. I was working double shifts pretty much every day, which are 12 hours a day for 7 days straight, and a couple 8-hour days mixed in there. So it was north of 70 hours. And I wasn't sure my body could handle it. And it barely did. I barely made it through that. I barely made it through that first 7 days. But I did. And I'll tell you what, it was tiring, but it was lucrative. And it felt so good to be done with those 7 days. And I've realized by being out here that my body can handle it, that I kind of enjoy it, that I'm sort of good at it. And I think I bring something to whatever restaurant I work, some sort of seasoned old folkness. I bring up the average age of the employees. But I also, I don't know, kind of carry myself in a sort of managerial boss sort of way that I think keeps the other employees a little bit on their toes, because I like to work hard. I'm not the best waiter. I'm not even pretending I am, but I like to work hard, and I like to be busy and stay busy, and I like to kind of be friendly but professional in the restaurant. And I hope I project that to the other employees, and I hope they raise their game a little bit when I'm around. I think they do. And yeah. Any advice for someone who just lost 500K, broke and almost bankrupt? Yeah, I got a lot of. Oh, well, thank you, Super Todd. Super Todd said I'm actually good at everything I do. Well, that's very kind of you, Todd. I appreciate that. Any advice for someone who just lost 500K? Well, we all get knocked down sometimes. And you're going to get knocked down in life. And you're going to have health issues and relationship struggles and financial struggles and, moments of ecstasy and moments of sadness. So I'm sorry to hear that you lost 500 grand and you're in debt and almost bankrupt. But look at it, try and turn it around into a positive. I believe me, I've had a lot of highs and lows financially. But look at it as a challenge and think that God dealt you this challenge for a reason, and see what you can do going forward. And yeah, you're going to lick the wounds of your financial devastation that you've left behind. We'll just call it that. But once you're done and once you've healed, look at it as a challenge and see what you can do on the comeback, and make your comeback higher than you've ever achieved, whether it's financially or spiritually or relationship-wise or fitness-wise or health-wise. And just build on the experience and make a comeback. You have health and family, said Casey's General. Yeah. But what else do I have for you this morning at 6:13? How long am I going to talk today? As I was deciding to get up and start my show early this morning, oh yes, I'm not working today, but here I am, giving my coffee with Ken at 5:30 in the morning, Mountain Time. I was calculating. All right, I do my show, I post my video, I eat some breakfast. I need to leave here by no later than 10 a.m. No later than 10 a.m., and that might be pushing it. Will that give me enough time to sneak a quick nap in between excessive amount of coffees, a few sausage, what are these called? Not the sausage patties, but the sausage links. A few sausage links, maybe some fruit. Will I be able to get a quick nap in? And will that be better for my day or worse for my day? Although naps feel good and are one of life's simple pleasures, they also can kind of throw off your whole vibe. Have I ever been broke before? Heck, I'm broke right now. I'm broke right now, Jack and the Beanstalk. I mean, I'm broke, my bank account's not flooded with cash, but I'm getting on top of my financial responsibilities. I'm paying down some debt. I'm starting to save a little bit of money. I'm working hard as a waiter, which I never thought I'd do at 55 years old. I'm doing what I have to. And uh, because of that, I'm in a great mood, but I have less in the bank than I've had at most other times in my life because I'm on the comeback and I'm on the mend and I'm doing what I have to do in terms of waiting tables and working hard uh, to build myself back up. And it's not just financially. Money's just kind of a way to keep score, if you will. But, you know, it's just kind of, to me, it's just like Monopoly money. Yeah, it's nice when you hit on free parking, and if you play it like I do, and you put $500 in the middle in, and you put all your taxes and fees in the middle as well, and you scrape that when you land on free parking. It's just like Monopoly money. Uh, you know, you win some, you lose some, and I know that's not everybody's attitude, but I kind of have a laissez-faire. I'm not sure if that's right. A laissez-faire attitude about that. And yeah, no, I've been broke a bunch, but I've had a lot of money before as well. And it's better to have money than not. But either way, you can find happiness no matter what your situation is. And the last one thing I miss about Naperville, besides my kids and a lot of the friendly, familiar faces, my friends and family, is the church I was going to the last several years was Community Christian Church in Naperville. And the last service I went to before I rode off to Yellowstone, they talked about living in joy or walking in joy despite your circumstances. And that line has resonated to me a lot over the last couple months since I've heard it. And there's been a lot of hard times and hard days and hard moments. And I'm not immune or impervious to struggles or to pain or to challenges or to sadness or anything like that. But I'm usually pretty good at working my way through it and finding joy no matter my circumstances. And this morning, again, I woke with kind of a sad heart today because of a circumstance I'm dealing with. Nothing that you need to worry about, but just something I need to worry about or I could worry about. But I'm going to choose to walk in joy despite those circumstances and get up and get my new favorite coffee mug, get my coffee, go live, go get some breakfast, maybe take a hot shower, maybe hit the road early, maybe get to Bozeman early, get some things done this morning, and start being productive and start taking action and start rocking and rolling on my Friday. And not fester in my struggles, but look at those struggles as challenges to overcome or hills to climb or opportunities to kick ass. And that is what I'm going to motivate myself with today. My kind of sadness I woke up with is just God giving me one more challenge to do more with my life than I thought I could or than I thought I would. And I think that's what the story of Coffee with Ken is. And it takes a long time to build up momentum. And sometimes I've been called delusional. But I'd rather be delusional and happy than a realist and miserable. So if I'm delusional, I'm delusional. But I'm taking my attitude and my motivation and my energy and my enthusiasm, and I'm going to do as much as I can with it today. And going to have a damn good day. And I hope you have a great day as well. I hope your coffee's going well. I hope your morning's going well. I hope you had a great, great night's sleep. I hope you're having a great, great week. I hope you're feeling good. And if you're not feeling good, be okay. Feel good about not feeling good, as confusing as that sounds, and go, okay, well, I'm a little stressed or bummed or depressed or anxious or whatever. But that's okay. I've felt that before, and that is going to pass. And there's good days and good times and good moments ahead. And keep moving forward, and keep smiling when you can. And have a great day today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.